It's actually a simple answer. If you're really in it to try and take a meaningful attempt to solve some of these generational challenges, by simple process of elimination, you'd soon realize that to maximize impact, you will have to work with the government for various reasons. And those are pretty obvious in terms of budget, resources, the ability to drive sustainable change, and so on. That's obviously the one reason why we chose to work with the government. The other reason is also that over the last 10 years, our own work as an implementing organization has been working very closely embedded within state governments on the rural livelihoods mission. And so it's really informed our own thinking about making systemic changes that affects communities on the ground is actually best done through the departments that are responsible for those. And that's what our work in the rural livelihoods mission has been. And I think between the two reasons really is why we said we will focus exclusively on state capacity and governance for all of our work, be it on our operating side or on our grant side. It's actually an even simpler answer. There is no org today that is working in this space with an academic rigor deeply informed by high quality research and the practical orientation that is required in order to implement these solutions at scale within the government, backed by a sense of urgency and the quality of talent. If I have to pick one of the four things about it, is the quality of talent. I've had the opportunity to meet and spend a lot of time right from the founding team all the way to the program associate, the delivery associate in a state. And the quality of talent is simply astounding. And that's really what continues to keep us working closely with CEGIS. When you work with a startup, highs and lows are almost every week. There's a higher high and a lower low, and that's just nature of the beast, I guess. But one of the things that I fondly remember is from maybe 4 years ago, we were doing our due diligence and visited. I was part of one of CEGIS's all hands or staff meeting at an offsite, and my style is generally to go interact with the team members to try and glean what's really going on in the organization, who's doing what drives them, and so on. And over lunch, I just went and sat at a table and I asked some questions, and I found out that they were actually government employees. And I said, okay, I'm sorry, I was in your table, let me go find another table. And I went to another table, and I found that they were also government staff from one of the early states of CEGIS. And then I had to sort this out in my head, and I called the state lead and I said, what's going on? Why, I thought this is a CEGIS team all hands meeting. And she said, yeah, it is a CEGIS team all hands meeting, except the CEGIS team also includes 15 government officers who have been seconded to CEGIS. That was a bit of an aha moment for me, because I've never heard of government seconding full-time government staff to an NGO, which is only 1 year old. And that sense of trust and deep partnership within the government, which started off in year 1, continues now in year 6, and that's really what makes CEGIS successful. And one of the things that I always remember about my early interactions at CEGIS. I think with the current geoeconomic situation, improving the quality of public expenditure is going to be a priority agenda for states and the governments in India. And the opportunity to do things during such unprecedented times, which one perhaps could not have imagined 9 months ago, is really what makes this exciting. It is difficult, but it's also an opportunity to drive significant economic growth in India by doing the right thing in terms of the operational excellence and financial excellence and program excellence, policy excellence, and so on. So I think the opportunity for CEGIS to drive those agenda within the partner states in such a dynamic, rapidly changing geoeconomic condition is really what's exciting, and I'm looking forward to seeing how all of this unfolds.